Welcome everyone to Ask Admissions. We're here in beautiful New Jersey. It is a stunning campus here at Seton Hall. Thank you for having us. Right here is my man. This guy is awesome. He's the Assistant Vice President of Enrollment Management, Derek Martinez. Did I get all that right?
Yes, thank you so much for that introduction.
No, and I appreciate you taking like a minute and just spend us some time, because the application process, so many people have so many questions. You're going to love this episode. These students are incredible. What goes on at this institution is really fun. Let's start off with what makes Seton Hall different.
Sure. The number one thing is the advantages and the opportunities that we offer to our students. We are only 14 miles outside of New York City, but we are in a small, suburban, gated environment. So students have access to all the opportunities, all the Fortune 500 companies that are directly in our backyard, but maintain the small community here. We have over 15,000 internship opportunities available for our students, and 80% of our students complete at least one internship by the time they graduate. Our graduates have a 98% employment rate, and we have a 99% graduate school acceptance rate.
Okay, we need to pause on all that because that's a lot of information, but it's amazing. Let's just start with the 15,000 internship.
Yeah.
How incredible is that? And you're going to learn about this in the episode, because one thing that we have seen here, it's not like, oh, most students here, it's like, oh, I did one internship, or I did this. It's like, oh, I did 3 internships, and I did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so very involved, the opportunities that you're bringing. How do you pull off 15,000 internships? It's incredible. So I'd love to just take a pause on how do you pull all those internships?
Sure.
Is it the alumni base? Is it just your connection to New York City? Is it all the above?
It's absolutely all of the above. Every year we have a career fair where over 550 employers come to our campus to recruit our students. And students as early as their freshman year can work with a career advisor who is dedicated to their content area. So no matter what you are choosing to study here at Seton Hall, we have over 90 academic programs. We have a career advisor for you who is an expert in your field, who has those connections. And not only that, because of our small setting, faculty, deans, administrators at the university open doors for our students.
Yeah, and you're going to hear a lot about that in the episode. It's really cool. And I kind of talk about this campus. It's beautiful. It's
Absolutely.
a beautiful setting. It's because you're so close to New York City. You're 14 miles, whatever it is. But it's it's gated campus, right? It's just I don't know. It's gorgeous, and so love that. Love the small school vibe, but close to such big, extraordinary opportunities.
And that is really what sets us apart. It truly is. And it is that welcoming feel that you feel immediately when you come on campus.
Yeah, it's a really, really fun community. What's the application process like here at Seton Hall?
So we are on the Common Application, so students can choose to apply through the Common App or through the Seton Hall application, which is found directly on our website at admissions.shu.edu. With the application also comes your application essay, and I do promise you, we read every single essay for every single applicant that comes in through Seton Hall. This is our chance where our admissions counselors get to learn more about you as a student, beyond your grades, beyond your test scores, your letter of recommendation, your high school involvement. What makes you tick as a person? Are you going to be a good fit for the community here at Seton Hall? So we do read every single essay. Your transcripts, your grades, letter of recommendation from a teacher, a boss, a coach, someone other than a family member, as well as your SAT or ACT scores if you choose to submit them, which we do encourage every student who falls within our middle 50% or higher to submit their SAT scores. And you can find that information on our website. Another big component of our application process is demonstrated interest. And that is something that you'll hear from a lot of schools that they look for in students.
So what is, because I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that being on campus here, which I haven't heard, which I think is awesome, because it's always good to get something new. What is demonstrated interest?
It's basically, have you done your homework on us? So have you expressed interest in Seton Hall? Have you visited for a campus tour, an open house, done our Student for a Day program where you can shadow a student, go with them to their classes, have a meal with them in the dining hall, meet with their professors and someone who's in your major, and read our emails. These are all different things that we can measure and we can track, and everything gives you a little point or a little bit of a boost in the application process to make you stand out from every other applicant that we get. Because we know students apply to 10 or more schools these days, so we just want to make sure that Seton Hall's a good fit for you. When we're evaluating your application, we'll know, are you a good fit for us? But we just want to know that you've done your homework, you've done your research, and you know that Seton Hall is the place where you want to be.
So it's like this. You've come to campus here, you're taking advantage of one of these amazing opportunities. It's like knowing that this is where you really want to be. That's important to make sure that shines in the application process.
Absolutely.
And can we talk about the Student for a Day for a second?
Yeah.
Because that is so cool.
Yeah. It's a great opportunity that we have. Students can just reach out to our admissions office, and one of our admissions counselors will set you up with one of our current students who is in your major, and you'll get to go with them. You'll spend the day with them, going to their classes, sitting in the with them, meeting with their professors, seeing their residence hall. It's really a great experience beyond the campus tour, beyond the open house, because you get to be a student for a day. You get to see what life is like without all of the trimmings, the bells and whistles that we put on for our events. It's really that organic feel, and that's really how you get to know, is this the place for you?
I love it. That's awesome. Is there anything I'm missing? What's the most common question you get? Or
Yeah, sure.
what's that?
Yeah, deadlines are another really important thing. We are an early action school, so students can choose to apply by November 15th, and they'll hear back from us before the end of the year. And if you miss that, don't worry, we have a second early action deadline of December 15th. So it's the same thing, just push back a month. Early action is non-binding. So it's our way of saying, hey, you expressed early interest in us. You applied early, so we will express early interest in you, and we will make sure that you are one of the first applications that we read and we make a decision on. After that, we become rolling admissions, so we'll take applications as they come in and review them as they're complete. A big difference between early action, which we are, and early decision, which many other schools are, is that early action is non-binding. So if you get accepted to Seton Hall, congratulations, we would love to have you come here, but you aren't obligated to attend. You're not locked in. Whereas early decision schools, on the other hand, is a binding agreement. So we just want to make sure that we take the pressure off of you as a student. You hear back from us early, that's just one less school that you have to worry about getting, that letter in the mail, and you can have peace of mind without that pressure of, in the fall semester of your senior year in September or August when our application opens, that if you get accepted, you're locked in that early. Because we want you to explore your opportunities, see what are the right fit schools for you, and maybe it is Seton Hall, maybe it isn't, but we want to make sure that you have that opportunity, that you hear back from us sooner, and that you aren't locked in, so that you have that pressure lifted off of your shoulders.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Any final words to the audience out there?
Sure.
Students, parents, teachers, counselors, everyone watching?
Definitely visit. You really get a sense for Seton Hall the minute that you step on this campus. I showed up here as a student many years ago, and I haven't left. It is
I love it.
truly the place where you want to be. It is a truly welcoming community. I know you hear that from so many schools, but you really do feel that pirate pride, and I hope you get a sense of that while you're here on campus. I mentioned the opportunities. Students can do research as early as their freshman year with leading educators in their field. You could be in our science and technology sector, which you'll see with some of our students on this program, or at our brand new interprofessional health sciences campus where all of our health sciences and healthcare education programs are based. You'll see that as well. It's just these opportunities that students have access to because of our size the day you step foot on campus as a freshman. Whereas many other schools, larger schools, other schools reserve these opportunities for their seniors, for their graduate students. You may not be able to get into a lab conducting research, but you'll meet some students as a part of this program who are doing research in labs who started within the first few months that they were on campus. So it really is the best of both worlds, where you have all those opportunities, but because of our size, you have access to them very early on. You can start crafting your resume, and these translate into direct outcomes for your career.
Yeah, well, it proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The percentage of who get a job in the field they want or getting into grad school is actually absolutely tremendous. So thanks so much for having me.
Thanks so much for having me. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. This has been a really fun week.
It's been great, yeah.
Yeah, just look forward to keeping in touch. It's been really fun.
Absolutely.
All right, take care, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.